Welcome to the Terry Bowden Show, brought to you by Scholl's Distributing and Budweiser, and by Allstate Insurance. Are you in good hands?
Welcome into the Terry Bowden Show, everybody. The Lions of North Alabama are off to a 5-0 start, coming back home after an 8-hour trip out to Magnolia, Arkansas, knocking off the Mule Riders of Southern Arkansas by a final of 42-14, Coach, and poised possibly to go to number 1 in the land. We came into this one ranked second.
Yeah, I don't know if it helped us. We told our players that Northwest Missouri State lost right before our game, and we didn't come out to play very well. But also number 4 Shepherd lost, number 6 Delta lost, no, Valdosta lost, and so a lot of people lost. So you're primed to be there. I still believe that it doesn't mean a whole lot how you're ranked early in the season, and that's what came to us. It didn't help us at all. We came to the game a little bit late. We got lost twice, and we're 30 minutes late. We can't get tape. We don't show up for the pregame. And now not only am I not ready, my players aren't ready. The other team has some kind of impression that we don't even have to practice before the game. It was a tough situation on this game, and that we weren't really ready to play football in a real sense, not just mental, but physically not ready to play because of the taping, and that's what happened out there. But I tried to tell them about the number 1 team losing, saying, will this help or hurt? I don't think it helped at all, but you know what, after it's all over, if we get a chance to go out there, I'd just soon fight this daggum battle from number 1 to number 2.
Things were kind of suspect early. We spot them 14 points. We do get a late drive going into the half. You're going to see that here in just a moment on the highlights, but we do get a late drive that was crucial to get into the end zone just before the end of the first half.
Well, the ability's there. Our team has the ability to score points and has the ability to stop people. What we've got to look at is the situation. You can't be getting behind against teams that are very, very good. This team is not a top team in their new conference. It's just a good, solid team. We got behind and had to fight from behind to catch up. Now, once we did, it was just a one-sided match, and you'll see most of that during the show. But there's still the sense that we've got to go out there and be ready to play for 4 quarters, in spite of the fact that this was a 7.5-hour trip, 2.5 hours right before the game, and then we got there 30 minutes later than we're supposed to and don't even have time to tape up a pregame. It was an unusual situation and a great ending.
Lee Chappell, how about his night? 321 yards. That is his 3rd 300-plus yard passing effort on the season, his 6th as a UNA Lion. And another headline you're going to see in this one, you want to see first and second half highlights. Coach Janoris Jenkins really stole the show. Yeah,
I think we're really seeing a real special treat with Janoris. He continues to make plays in so many ways. He was a great athlete in the SEC all 3 years that he started for the University of Florida. Transferring here, he's not one of those guys that sits back and does just enough. He does a little bit of everything, and you're going to see him do everything in this ball game.
We're going to have those first half highlights, including Janoris Jenkins' performance in the 42-14 win over the Mule Riders of Southern Arkansas. We're coming right back on the Terry Bowden Show.
The Terry Bowden Show, brought to you by TVA Federal Credit Union, a better way, E.A. Nelson Company, and by Southern Fastening.
You know, I may be new to the Shoals area, but TVA Credit Union has been serving this community for over 70 years. With 7 branches full of financial experts offering personal service, TVA Credit Union offers low rates for mortgages, auto and personal loans, as well as higher rates on savings and CDs. TVA Credit Union is member-owned and operated and now open to the community. Give TVA a call today at 386-3000 or stop in and tell them Coach Bowden sent you. TVA Credit Union, a better way. Hey, this is Terry Bowden. If you're looking for top quality equipment to maintain your property, then look no further than E.A. Nelson Company right here in Florence. They represent the top-notch players in the lawn and garden industry, such as Walker Mowers, Bad Boy Mowers, Massey Ferguson Tractors, Woods, and Bush Hog Implements. E.A. Nelson is a one-stop, full-service dealer providing sales, service, and replacement parts. Whether it's landscaping, cutting a pasture, manicuring a lawn, or preparing a green field, E.A. Nelson has the equipment for you. Come to E.A. Nelson Company to see what top-notch equipment is all about. They're located at 1011 Mitchell Boulevard next to the O'Neill Bridge in Florence.
First there was hammer and nail, then air-powered pneumatics, followed by cordless tools, both gas and battery-powered. Now, from Senco, the leader in the power fastening industry, there is Fusion Technology. Power fastening with no gas, no hose, no competition. Senco's Fusion Technology creates the first true cordless pneumatic nailers.
5 distribution centers in the Southeast as a Southern Fastening Systems representative nearby to serve you. Southern Fastening Systems and Senco brands, a team that can't be beat.
The Terry Bowden Show, brought to you by TVA Federal Credit Union, a better way, E.A. Nelson Company, and by Southern Fastening.
Welcome into the Terry Bowden Show. The Lions playing on the road, number 2 in America coming into this one, playing out at Wilkins Stadium in Magnolia, trying to get to 5-0. It was a place where you relaunched your coaching career just 3 years ago, kind of special for you guys, and we had a whole lot on the line, and we spotted them 14 points early.
Well, it was. It was one of those games that with other teams losing and it getting further in our season, it was big for us. And going to Magnolia, Arkansas has been our toughest trip. I mean, Valdosta is 7.5 hours, but this one is 7.5 hours, a long way in. It's a tough place to go and play. It's a tough place for our fans to go. We had a good group of fans there. And it's one that you got to get focused on the job at hand and don't worry about the fact that not a lot of people are watching, that it's uncomfortable driving all the way out there. It's just a kind of an ugly trip. But we went out there and took care of business. Wasn't in the right way, maybe a little late starting, but it was good for that. Had a big injury to Ivy. Antoine Ivy is a big injury in part of the game. One of our top tailback got hurt in that game. But, you know, Demetrius Good finally got an opportunity to come in, our transfer from Alabama. And sometimes there's a silver lining there if you want to talk about injury, that there being a silver lining to an injury. But Demetrius Good came in late. You'll see that later on. And now maybe our backfield is going to be replenished just at the time we get injured one of our better players.
Antoine Ivy knocked out on his first carry of the game. It went for 9 yards. In fact, it happened on the first series. Let's get to the highlights. North Alabama took the ball to start the opening half. Southern Arkansas won the coin toss, said they wanted to kick off to UNA. You know,
still nice turf they have there. It's a nice little stadium. Once you get there, you have to walk across a little pasture from the dressing room. But we bring the ball out. DeAndre Morgan, not a big return. I asked my players not to have a penalty on the return to give us backed up field position. Here comes Lee Chappell, throws a nice 22-yard gain to Mo Milam on the very first play. You feel like you got something going. And we got the ball out to the good field position. Here we go again. There's the run up the middle. Here's Antoine Ivy. Watch him get hit right on the ankle. You can't quite see it there, but he's hurt. He's hurting badly. And so he comes out. We go to a short yardage play. We get the first down to keep the drive going. We moved all the way down into their territory. There's the pass right there. Not quite enough. Incomplete. Couldn't get it off. There's a big run by Wes Holland, who does so many things. He's our utility player. Does so many things for us, but here's the critical play. Got to have a first down. Can't find anybody open. Throws just a little bit short right there. They call no good to Jason Smith, and we lose the ball. Now they come back. As they get the ball, come back, and you're going to see a 16-play. I think it was a 16-play drive.
14 plays, 91 yards.
14-play drive and 91. So we're not ready to play. Offensively, we have an open pass incomplete. Defensively, we're not making the hits early enough. There's Rod Woodson on that play, but this will go for 14 plays on a team that struggled offensively this year. But you got to give them credit. They did a great job of coming out and finding good plays. Great tackle there by Janoris Jenkins, going right through the block to make the play. But need to get some pressure on the quarterback, or just make a hit somewhere, jar a ball loose. That running back gave us fits catching and running with the football all day.
Two little stumps, those running backs, 5 and 20, and there he goes, yes. 5'7", 190 yards, gashing at us.
Well, that's the size. You know, all of our backs that are really good are not real tall, and that's kind of what you get in D2. Great flat backs who are just not as tall and carry, but he goes untouched to the end zone. So here we are. We're playing a game that against a team that's not supposed to be a team to give us much trouble. They go 14 plays right down to score, and offensively, we come back after doing nothing on the first drive, and Janoris gets the ball. Not much there, but you get it out past the 25. You feel like you got some clean field position. And then Lee Chappell comes right back, throws a nice hook route to Tresden Purifoy right there on the backside. Now there's a little give in there inside. Chris Coffey, who got leading carrier, carried the ball 9 times. And here's Lee just overthrowing the ball. I mean, there's not much you can say. We just wide open, just overthrew it and right to the defender. And that put us in a bad situation. Defense was forced to be in bad situation. But, you know, we stopped them right here. It was a good little drive, but the defense came strong. And on 4th down, we stopped them. There's a nice reverse. We showed that we're being in the right place. Ernest Stern running it down, run him out of bounds. And here they come now. Great hit right there. I believe that's the 4th down stop right there to put them off the field, to put our offense back on. We throw a screen over to Wes Holland. We had a couple of nice screens. Wes Holland carrying the ball around the outside, making a big gainer on that screen pass. And there's the fake give on the dive and throwing it to Mo Milam across the middle. There's a little pitch on the outside speed sweep. Jason Smith making a big 8-yard gain. Need to run that play a little bit more. There's the little hitch screen to the outside. They do a good job of converging on it, but we pick up about 4. You always want to stretch the field. 4th and 2. We go for it. I'm not sure I should have after what I saw, but Wes Holland breaks 2 tackles. It was 4th and 1, but that was a critical play right there.
Still don't get him down, and the drive continues down to about the 22-yard line.
But it held by. We had a penalty right there. We lost some video in the second quarter, but we had a penalty right there, forced us to punt the ball. Had 9 penalties. Had some critical penalties that we have to correct also. But anyway, we're coming back now to get the ball after they scored. We lost some video in the second quarter, but they scored with about 1:35 left. We come back. Here's the kickoff return with about a minute left in the ball game. We got no score, down 14-0, and there's a pass to Tristan Purifoy. Now here's the big play right here, just like we saw last week. Jason Smith catches it down the sideline, 54 yards. There's the completion down to the 3. We throw the first pass. They break it up nicely right there on the 3-yard line. We got to find a way, so we think spread it out. Give it to old Wes Holland up the middle. He scores there with 34 seconds left. JD, we had to get a score there. We're down 14-0. We hadn't done anything right, but we got that score right before halftime, and I think that just got us into the locker room in a better frame of mind. Now, we had some choice words for our players because we weren't ready to play, and we can't repeat those here. And but I think the point was made that we can't come out. Football must be played with emotion. It must be played with heart and desire. And we came out very emotionless from our trip over there, and got our panties handed to us there in the first half.
That last drive set up by a good DeAndre Morgan return gives us good field position. 5 plays, 55 yards. The adjustments seem to be at the half. Up on that front, the offensive line versus our defensive front, all of a sudden we take away their push.
Well, it was an attitude adjustment. We had the same people playing second half as we did first half. Same people trying to catch the ball, same guy throwing the ball. We had an attitude adjustment at halftime because, like I said, if you're not going to play this game with intensity, if you're not going to play it hard, then you're not going to play it very well. And the responsibility comes to me. And so we said some choice things to them, and I'm going to make sure I don't miss church today just because of it.
14-7, the Lions trail at the half. That last 7 of the first half was part of a 14-point barrage by the Lions, and Southern Arkansas does not score again. You're going to see some great highlights coming up in the second half right after this on the Terry Bowden Show.
The Terry Bowden Show, brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, Layton, Sheffield, and Russellville Pharmacies, and now Logan Pharmacy at Moulton, Little Steve's, and by Brinks Apartments.
Hey, this is Bobby White with Woody Anderson Ford. Check out our team's lineup anytime at WoodyAndersonFord.com. There's the quick to the outside Ford Mustang, or the tough all-purpose power of F-150. For the passing game, we've got the all-new Ford Fiesta, passing the pumps at up to 41 miles per gallon. And everybody's All-American, the award-winning Ford Fusions. We're proud supporters of UNA football. Come see us at Woody Anderson Ford, more for less, period.
These days, there's still a need for genuine personal relationships, especially when it comes to your pharmacy. Sheffield, Layton, and Russellville pharmacies are still locally owned and independent, the way you like it. From the time you walk through the front door, you just feel that family atmosphere. Plus, they provide fast, easy, and extra-friendly service every time. Rodney Logan and his staff have everything you need when you need it, and they also specialize in topical compounding medication, mixed on site. Sheffield, Layton, and Russellville pharmacies. Great customer service at all 3 locations.
Lion Pride is a tradition here in the Shoals, and especially at Little Steve's. Our second-generation family-owned business has 4 locations in Florence and Muscle Shoals to serve you. We support UNA because UNA supports us. You'll never know who you'll find shopping at Little Steve's, and you'll never know who can help you out. Little Steve's, where UNA shops.
Hey, Terry, this is a heck of a place to shop.
You're daggum right about that.
1, 2, and 3-bedroom rental units in the Shoals are affordable when you rent from a family-owned business that's been around since 1959. Brinks Apartments started 3 generations ago and now features more than 500 units across 20 locations, providing comfortable, affordable, and convenient living. Check out Oak Ridge, less than a mile from the UNA campus. Enjoy personal parking and lounge by the pool at Stonebrook Apartments on Cox Boulevard. Brink Apartments, family-owned since 1959.
The Terry Bowden Show, brought to you by Woody Anderson Ford, Layton, Sheffield, and Russellville Pharmacies, and now Logan Pharmacy at Moulton, Little Steve's, and by Brinks Apartments.
The Lions trying to get to 5-0 on the year on the road in Magnolia. About to start the third quarter, Coach. We're down 14-7, but we get a good defensive start here to start the third quarter and get a 3-and-out.
Well, JD, they had a 16-play drive and a 14-play drive for scores in the first half, and that's not how you win ball games. You got to get them off the field. You'll see our defense come back 1-play drive, 3-play drive, 3-play drive, 1-play drive. They got them off the field, gave our offense more at-bats, and at every at-bat we hit home runs. We had home runs and home runs, and that was the change-up. We got them off the field.
Let's go to the video here and show you that final 30 minutes of this one. Again, the Lions trail by 7 to start the third, kicking right to left. And, boy, Marcus Stoughton's really going to help light a fire in this UNA defense on the night. 10 tackles for number 38.
8 solo tackles, and there's a great hit by Cedric Wilcox. But, again, defensively now, very first play, we come out, boy, and their quarterback gets pressured. He throws the ball down. They run the ball to the middle. It gets no gain. Marcus Stoughton on that play right there. That's 2 plays, no gain. Come back the third time. Quarterback gets hurried right here. Throws it for a short gain now because they had no gain first and second. 5-yard pass, got nothing. 3 downs, they punt the ball.
We're about to put together a 7-play, 56-yard drive. And they're kicking it away from Janoris Jenkins this time. That'll backfire when they kick it to him later. And Wes Holland puts together a good little run after the catch.
Nice swing pass where the quarterback comes down, makes the throw. Quarterback hits a beautiful little out route to Mo Milam right there. There's a fake. There's a handoff up the middle. Nice run right there. Chris Coffey making a nice gain right there. And then there's Lee Chappell going downtown to Tristan Purifoy. Works over the outside shoulder, comes back in for the post route, and there it is within minutes. You think about the last minute of the first half, first of the second half, and now we tied it up. 14-0, went to 14-14.
They're going to come back out, put together another 3 and out the UNA defense when they punt it the next time. Set to the TiVo. You're going to want to see this punt return over and over. Janoris Jenkins, but the Lion defense playing great.
Well, that's what starts it. You get them backed up. You get them where they can't move the ball. Now they punt the ball. They feel like they had enough room. They had a very good punter. He punted a big long kick. There's Janoris. He just outruns everybody at the beginning. Then once he gets to the side, he looks for the blocks. There you'll see he's got so much speed he can run really 3/4 speed and be faster than everybody else out there. And there he is on the 89-yard punt return, his second punt return of the season. And all of a sudden, 21-14, and it's a different ball game now. For the first time, we are ahead. We're playing from ahead, and it just gets it. The ball has started to roll down the hill now.
The worm has turned a little bit.
The worm has turned, and they can't stop it. They don't know how to stop it. And again, it's just a matter of I said earlier, football's got to be played with emotion and attitude, and we have some. DeAndre Morgan, very next series, there's the interception, and made a nice play, and does a great job at that cornerback position. Puts us on offense again. There we come running, roaring right back. Chris Coffey gets a nice run there. Need to make that last guy miss. That run will go a lot further. There's Lee throwing downhill to Wes, throwing a little flat route to Wes Holland.
50-yard punt here by Michael Schuster. And look who's covering it down there. Janoris Jenkins races in, gets right in the grill of the return man, forces the fair catch.
Well, we've been real concerned because Schuster punts it so far. We can't cover it to have great returns, but with Janoris' speed, he's able to go down and cover it.
Marcus Stoughton here on the solo tackle, running right up the middle, and Marcus Stoughton, one of his 10 tackles.
Did a great job there. And here we go again. They were afraid to kick it to Janoris Jenkins, so they kicked it real short. It rolled for 30 yards. I couldn't believe it. But we come back now. There's the good fake. There's hitting Mo Milam up the middle. Did a great job there on the fake. Made them come up and take the run. That brings it back to us. We throw the slip screen to the outside. There's Cam Wade making a great play out there on his little screen pass. Got there up and down real quick. Quarterback makes a nice throw to Cam again. Under pressure, he made a nice throw.
Here's a beautiful over-the-shoulder pass. He had to play it to the outside. Good adjustment. Tristan Purifoy, touchdown.
34 yards, almost the identical place on the field, the identical pass. Another touchdown bomb for him. That's 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Now we're cranked up. Defense comes in. Now some gang tackling. Now some making them pay for their runs and their catches. Quarterback being pressured a little bit better, and you don't see those things going for completions. But there's the field goal. They want to get some points. Janoris Jenkins on the blocked field goal. So we had another phase of the game. He's doing so well. And then there's Daniel Allman. We go 4 vertical routes. Daniel Allman finds an opening, see him in the middle, 50-something yards, 57 maybe yards on that completion to Daniel Allman. Great job there. We run the sweep. Wes Holland takes it all the way down to the 6-yard line. 1st and 6 on the 6. We've got about 4 more here. Now we got the 2nd and 2 from there. Here comes our power goal line play. Chris Coffey makes the score, and now got us right back on 35-14, and we pretty much got this thing in hand by now.
Local guys, big part of that drive. You had the big one to Daniel Allman from Shoals Christian. Chris Coffey from Decatur, Alabama, hammers it in. The Lions have added. We are now at 35-14. 35 unanswered at this point by the Lions.
Well, now we just got to make sure we just stay sharp and don't relax now. Making big tackles right there. Good job there, Brian Thomas, making that tackle. They're still trying to make something happen, but there's the gang tackle right there. Nothing for their offense. We've got them pretty much. Now we're starting to swarm around the ball and making these hits. These balls that were going for first downs are now getting just a few yards. Quarterback's trying to get rid of the ball so quick, almost got a pick right there, almost an interception. Forces them to punt. They faked the punt from the 50. We were all over it. I don't know what they were. Well, they just were trying to make something happen because there was no way we were going to not go for a fake. Demetrius Good coming in. There's Chris Coffey getting a big run. I mean, Chris Alexander, our backup quarterback, finally getting some time. He throws the deep ball. Beautiful throw to Marcus McCorley. Touchdown pass by our backup quarterback. He wants to have some chance to have some fun, too. There he throws the touchdown pass. Final score, 42-14. Good to see our backups get in that game, especially Demetrius Good, our transfer running back from Alabama, who had a hamstring pull, has not been able to play the entire season. But with Ivy getting hurt and his ankle being pretty sort of swollen, maybe a good chance for Demetrius Good to come in and help that committee of backs that we have.
Chris Alexander, 3 of 3 on passing. Demetrius Good, a punishing rusher when he came in reserves there late. And you see the final score. The Lions 5-0 on the year, 42-14 winners in Magnolia, Arkansas over Southern Arkansas. Still to come, our Take It to the Bank play of the game presented by CB&S Bank. Also our player of the game as the Terry Bowden Show continues.
The Terry Bowden Show, brought to you by Hometown Market, CB&S Bank, banking the way it should be, and by the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranch.
We invite you to shop with us at Hometown Market, conveniently located at 1421 Northwood Avenue, Florence, Alabama, in the 7 Point Shopping Center. Hometown Market can supply all your grocery needs with its large selection of groceries, fresh fruits and vegetables at our everyday low prices. Our meat market offers a wide variety of fresh meats cut daily by our qualified meat cutters. Look for our other Hometown Market locations in Athens, Hartselle, and Aniana. We truly appreciate your business and invite you to make us your Hometown Market. That's Hometown Market, 1421 Northwood Avenue, 7 Point Shopping Center, Florence.
When I go to see my bank, they know me by name.
I go to a place with banking the way it should be.
My bank has convenience and great service.
I love that it's a community bank.
My bank says yes to lending.
Our bank is CB&S Bank.
It's banking the way it should be.
I'm Nick Rocchio, and I'm the CEO of the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches. When you look at our children, we want you to see a normal child. The abuse, the neglect, the abandonment should not be visible. The emotional scars that they carry with them through their lives are there. Our goal is to teach them to live with those scars. It's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women. We're the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, and this is what we do.
The Terry Bowden Show, brought to you by Hometown Market, CB&S Bank, banking the way it should be, and by the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranch.
Welcome back. The North Alabama Lions win at 42-14, improving to 5-0 on the year. Coach, it's quickly now time to get to that CB&S Bank Take It to the Bank play of the game. Janoris Jenkins is going to field a punt at the 11.
Well, you're always looking for somebody to make a play that just sparks your team or just makes something happen that nobody else can. And he's already had one punt return for a touchdown this year in about the same fashion, though he weaves through the entire football team. 89 yards. He's got so much speed, he doesn't have to ever run out of control. Easily, I don't think anybody even touched him. They were all around him. 89 yards. Touchdown for Janoris Jenkins. Put us ahead 21-14, leading the game for the first time. There's always a play that seems to be the one that finally breaks their back. That one broke their back.
That's the CB&S Bank Take It to the Bank play of the game. CB&S Bank banking the way it should be. We salute Janoris Jenkins on an 89-yard punt return. The Terry Bowden Show. We're going to take a break, come right back with our player of the game presented by Montague's and Frostbite right after this.
The Terry Bowden Show, brought to you by TNT Fireworks. If it's not TNT, it's not fireworks. The Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, Jim Bishop Toyota, family built, community driven, and by Scholl's Distributing and Budweiser.
TNT Fireworks is a proud sponsor of UNA Lions football and the Coach Terry Bowden Show, and wishes them good luck in their quest for a Division II national championship. TNT Fireworks has fundraising opportunities available for your nonprofit organization or group. Earn high profits in a short period of time selling TNT quality products. Call us today or visit us on the web at TNTfireworks.com. Remember, if it's not TNT, it's not fireworks. Roar Lions.
Alabama's got the best in luxury hotels and golf, and the numbers to prove it. Number 1 out of all 333 Marriotts for golf, the Marriott Shoals Hotel and the Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail at the Shoals. Number 2 out of all Marriotts for spa, Marriott Shoals Hotel and Spa. Luxurious rooms with a view of the Tennessee River, plus 2 world-class golf courses ranked in the top 10 nationally. Call 1-800-949-4444 today to book your reservations at the Shoals.
Attention, Shoals area. If your trade is worth $4,500, you can drive away in a Corolla LE for $99 per month, or drive a Camry LE for $139 per month, and add leather at no additional charge. At Jim Bishop Toyota in Tuscumbia, drive away in your next Toyota from the name you've trusted for over 28 years. Jim Bishop Toyota. Save time and money at JimBishopToyota.com today, or call Jim Bishop Toyota today at 383-3611. Great people, great selection, great prices. Why go anywhere else? Jim Bishop Toyota.
You won't be disappointed. That's a Brad Bishop guarantee.
Big night tonight, boys. I'll be the designated driver.
The Terry Bowden Show, brought to you by TNT Fireworks. If it's not TNT, it's not fireworks. The Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, Jim Bishop Toyota, family built, community driven. And by Shoals Distributing and Budweiser.
Welcome back to the show, and now it's time to get into the player of the game, presented by Montague's and Frostbite, corner of Chisholm and Pine Street in Florence. Sandwiches and frozen yogurt made your way. Player of the game, we're going to see a sequence of 4 great plays here, Coach.
Janoris Jenkins fights through a block. Watch that play from the defensive backfield position. But then he goes to specialty teams and punt returns, and when you have a player that can make plays to turn the game around, here it is, 89-yard punt return. That was our play of the game made by the player of the game. But right when it was tied 14-14, this one just took all the wind out of their sails. Unbelievable play. And you think, well, he's made the extra effort. He's made the extra effort. But when you got a punter like Michael Schuster who outpunts the coverage, look who's the first guy down there. He's the guy with this great speed, and not enough, though. They're trying to get one more tack of the point. Here's Janoris Jenkins blocking the field goal in the 4th quarter. I think what you're seeing there is a guy that can sit back and use his talent to just kind of play defensive back. But not only does he that, but he returns a punt for a touchdown. He covers a punt all the way down 50 yards downfield. And then for extras, he blocks a field goal. That's our player of the game, Janoris Jenkins.
Janoris Jenkins, the Montague's Frostbite player of the game, did so much. I think he was parking cars before the game, helped him clean up the stadium afterwards there. Well, we're 5-0, Coach, poised possibly to go to number 1. We'll find out on Monday afternoon, as number 1 was upset Northwest Missouri State by Pitt State, but the Lions came into this one ranked number 2, now perfect 5-0. Got to get ready to go back out to Arkansas, though, and take on the Wonder Boys. They were beat over the weekend by number 18 Central Missouri.
We've got to do the same thing we did this week, but do it better. We need the 35 in the first half. We need the total concentration when the game begins, because we're facing the same type of football game. And remember the old saying, nothing is less important in life than the score at halftime. And as far as the rankings or ratings are concerned, it's only halftime, 5 games into the season. We've got a lot of football games to go, and the toughest part about this season is the Gulf South Conference. That's the one that's still out there for us.
We'll see you next time right here on the Terry Bowden Show. So long.
Thank you for watching the Terry Bowden Show. Please join us again next Sunday night at 8:30.